So I'm gonna talk about something personal. We talk about a lot of personal things on here. Might not have talked about anything personal lately, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do my best not to go into complete detail or whatever, but I'm gonna still say what I got to say. So, I have come to the realization, well, I mean, I've been dead, but like, you know, when you think about something, you have epiphanies, and you know, you just have that epiphany and then you go on with your life. You don't write it down in your journal or whatever, you know. So anyway, we back at it. I done got bit up by some mosquitoes, y'all, and I'm over here scratching. Anyway, as y'all know, my childhood wasn't the best. Wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best, right? Let me tell you, and you know what? Come think of it. Now that I'm about to say this, I think I already talked about this, but we about to talk about it again. Anyway, when I grew up, the household I grew up in, for one, it was very toxic. Wasn't nothing healthy about it. Always fighting, arguing. There were many times that I feared for my mother's life. And if you're watching this, Mom, hey. Anyway. Not only did me and my brother stay on edge just because of that. I had my own trauma. Me and him had very different experiences, okay? And you can ask any therapist or whatever, children experience the parents differently. We get completely different sides, depending on gender, whatever. Depending on whatever. You just get different sides of the parents. So anyway, growing up, and I know I've talked about this to some degree. Okay, so my mom, hey Mom, whether she wants to, you know, agree to this or not, this is my perspective. I don't know her whole life because she ain't tell me her whole life, and even if she did tell me what she could tell me, I could never truly understand it because that is her perception, and her life is ingrained in her. I don't know her life. Anyway, from my perception, anyway, I'm going to speak on that. From my perception and growing up into the woman I am today, I realized that my mother simply had been going through things emotionally, probably mentally, you know. Just by her keeping her husband around. And if you're watching this, you might think I'm telling your business, and I am, but I'm telling mine too. This is my business too, so yeah. This man, he never touched me, and I make that very clear. But I was very uncomfortable living under my mother's roof every day of my life. Every day of my life. I was very uncomfortable just waiting for something to happen. Of course, not like I wanted it to happen, but it just felt like it would. I told her that he was watching me. I didn't like how he was looking at me. And she asked me, well, did he touch you? I said no. And that was the conversation. That was it. She continued on with this man that didn't even care about us for her own reasons, and I suppose that it was just stability. That was it. She wanted this man to help her. She had these 2 kids, and life, bills. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was just simply easier that way. This is not a video to bash her. Might feel that way, but sometimes the truth hurts, you know, and she don't want to talk about it with me, so I'm going to talk about it with y'all. Because anyway, Because I'm told that I was just too sensitive and that I was just overreacting, being too dramatic or whatever. Or even crazy. Yeah. But this same man, she told me herself out her own mouth, had been, I don't know, spoken to or fired or whatever. Anyway, he was a school bus driver at some point, and some little girls had said that he was watching them too. So, you already got the facts from somebody else, but it wasn't enough that your daughter was telling you that she was uncomfortable in the house. That wasn't enough. And she wonders why I always said that she didn't care about me. It's because she mainly cared about herself, her own feelings, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't really about me. Maybe it was just simply she was getting through life and she did not consider my feelings because from my experience, she doesn't seem like a very emotional person at all. Like, you could call me sensitive. What's the other word? Anyway, she lacked sensitivity. You can call me too sensitive, but she just lacked it altogether. Anytime I cried, I didn't get no hug and everything's all right, and you know, somebody listening to my point of view, it's just, you need to calm down. You being too sensitive and all that, blah, blah, blah. And people wonder why I don't want to be around. Why would I want to be around? I spent my entire life being just pushed aside. My feelings completely unacknowledged. I felt abandoned. And I think I talked about this, the fact that she had left me with my daddy family when I was like 4. I remember meeting them. I remember meeting my grandma, my daddy, and my sister that day, and the rest of his family. It was Christmas. It was his birthday. And before me ever meeting them, this was my first day meeting them, she just dropped me off at their house and left me there. I turned around to reach for her, and she just sped on out the door. Now, of course, I still try to defend the situation. Like, she was young. She was younger than I am now. I mean, when she had kids, you know. But yeah, I remember that day when she dropped me off there. I remember meeting my dad's family. She left me there in a room full of strangers. That's the big picture of the situation. Like, yeah, that's my dad, but did you know his family? Yeah. I guess she knew him enough, you know. But, you know, I just want to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it with me. Nobody wants to acknowledge what I went through. But I'm acknowledging it. Whether you like it or not. Ain't my business whether you like it. Didn't nobody give a damn about what I liked. Nobody gave a damn about what made me comfortable. What made me happy. It's so much I could speak on with that, but that's that for now. And thank y'all for watching. I'm not gonna end it like that. At the end of the day, I love my mother. I just see her as an individual now, not just mom. You know, she's a human being. She's not perfect. I expected her to be as a child. And becoming an adult now, all I can do is see things for what it is. I believe she did the best she could. She said it all the time. She did the best she could. I still believe that I deserved better treatment. And the point of all this, the point of me even speaking on it, is for me. Not just for me though, for whoever needs to hear the confirmation. Like, yeah, that shit is true. What you went through is true. Because people will try to convince you that it ain't. That it was nothing. Why you even think about that? You know? I just realized that she had been a young woman that needed help. She had 2 kids at the time, and she's just been trying to make it. And I've said before on this channel, like when I first started my channel, I don't think I talked about like personal things like with childhood since I started the channel, to be honest. I just started veering off and talking about other things. But I'm having to talk about it again now because I recently just started coming back around family. So it just stirred up feelings, memories, you know. I just thank God that I don't have any children right now, because I genuinely believe that I would have been either just like her or much worse. I genuinely believe that if I had children at the same age she did, or around the age or whatever, I would not be a good mother. I told y'all about the dog I had, and you can laugh or whatever, that's not a baby. It's a living being. A living being that you have to take care of like a baby, basically. And train all these different things that I was not doing with her. I mean, I took care of her in the end, but in the beginning, she was cute. She was just a cutie pie, and I wanted her around for that reason alone. And yeah, I had dogs before when I was a kid, but like, we didn't have to take care of them. We didn't learn how to take care of them. They was just all willy-nilly in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized a lot of things, but anyway, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I could see now, because I was not, I couldn't see before. I couldn't see before. Actually, I lied there, because I could see. But I was convinced that what I was seeing was wrong. I was convinced. But not anymore. I'm not convinced by others. If anything, I'm convinced by myself. I'm convinced by the divine. You feel me? Ever since I started choosing for myself, thinking for myself, not caring if I was right or wrong. Y'all need to listen to that Whitney Houston song. I don't know the name of it right now, but it's a part in there where she says, I don't care if I'm right or wrong. Oh, what is the name of that song? Okay, it's called Try It On My Own. Look that song up. I love that song so much. But like I was saying, ever since I started thinking for myself, honey, life has been better. Because all my life, honey, all my life, it's like nobody wanted to hear my ideas. Nobody wanted to see what I had to offer. Everybody else had the bright ideas. Everybody else was smarter, and they just didn't want for me to see myself as smart or valuable. Like, I didn't have any valuable opinions. And with that being said, I just left. I stopped sharing my business with people. I just stopped doing that because you're not finna sit up here and tell me that my mind doesn't work, that I can't think for myself. You're not finna tell me that. No. And whoever's watching this, if it's family or whatever, they'll probably be like, we never told you that. You didn't have to. It was through the acts. The different acts and rejections. Just, that's all. Well, oh gosh. I don't even know what else to say. Okay, I do know what to say. I'm just keeping myself from saying it. I gave my family, well, certain family members, my IG, not my IG, my YouTube name. And honestly, they could have gotten it on their own anyway, because it's on my van. It's just, I encouraged it. But at the same time, I don't care. It's like I do care, but I don't. It's like I know that people are going to have something to say, you know, if they watch it anyway. But it's my truth. And you know, all my life, nobody wanted to hear my truth. They didn't want to hear it. And if I would keep going, for one, I would be threatened into silence. Or called crazy. Like, are you crazy? I remember, and I shall not forget, because it is me remembering that helps me to protect myself from those that just don't want me to think for myself. Like, I don't get it, but it's not for me to understand, is it? Look at me just a sweating, y'all. Wear it on my lip, on my forehead. Child. Anyway, I didn't expect to be talking this much on this matter, but I don't care either. I feel great getting off my chest, and I know that when I upload this, there's a chance that she'll see it. And hello once again, mother. I love you so much. I love me more, though. You have to love yourself more. Yeah. I love me too much to just let it all slide. To just let it be something nobody talks about. The family don't have to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. The family don't have to watch, but everybody else will. This is not some type of smear campaign. It'll only feel that way because it's true. And this truth isn't pretty. And I have truths about me that aren't pretty either. I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'm going to tell my truth. So, anyway, thank you.